everyone, my name is Nicole and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a really cool story about my experience with central casting, but before I get on to that, I do want to say that if you guys want to see more of my videos and when I'm going to post, because I'm going to be posting a lot more now, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications, like the little bell thing, so that when I post you get a notification, and you don't have to watch it that minute, but it could just be something that you're aware of, that there's a new video up, So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let's get on with it. Alright, so this Monday, it was the 13th. I got up super early because I wanted to go to a casting agency for extras. And what extras are is, well, if you don't know, in the movies when you see random people in the background, yeah, those are extras. And I have always wanted to do things in the entertainment industry, primarily with acting or filmmaking or whatever, really. I just want to be in that industry, even if I'm like a production assistant for the rest of my life. Like, I just want to desperately be there because I don't see myself doing anything else. So I was like, okay, well, how am I gonna get started with this whole like acting business, Like, people are like, oh yeah, get an agent, but like, where do you get one of those? And so I was like, okay, well, why don't I try just simply being on set and working like in front of the camera, but through any means necessary. And so a lot of people tell you, oh, if you want to be an extra, go to central casting agency, central casting, like everyone like is talking about central casting if you talk to people who actually do extra work. And so I was like, okay, like let me check it out. And so I googled it online and I found the directions. There's one in Burbank, which isn't that far from my house at all. So I was like, okay, like, let's make a plan. And so I told my mom, was like, Mom, like, Monday morning, you're gonna drive me to Burbank, and then you're gonna drop me off. Like, I'll take an Uber back home, like, it's fine, but, like, I need to get this done, because for the longest time, I've just been sitting around waiting for an opportunity to come to me, but, like, opportunities rarely come to you. You have to go out and seek them, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, like, let me just do it, because I've been holding off on doing this like extra work for so long that I was like, okay, like, it's time. Like, I'm not doing anything on Monday. I could just like stay home and watch Netflix, or I can get my ass up and like go to the casting agency. So I did. So I woke up at like 5 in the morning because the casting office opens at 9:10, but they did say on their website that there was going to be like only limited amount of space of how many people they were going to let in. So I was like, oh shit, like, when people hear casting, like, a lot of people come running, because like everything in this industry is so competitive. Like, come on, people, like, leave room for the newcomers. But it's so competitive. So I was like, okay, well, like, I need to get there first thing in the morning. And so I did. I left my house at around 6, yeah, I want to say. And then I got there and there was legit like 37 people in line in front of me. 37 people. I was like, oh my gosh, you savages. Like, it's 6:20 in the morning. Like, you don't have anything better to do? Like, sleep? And because daylight savings had just happened, like, recently, it was, like, really dark outside, so you couldn't see, really. And there was still 37 people in front of me, so I was like, okay, so this is what it looks like from the outside. Okay, and it was about, like, I was there up until, like, 9:10, I want to say, and then at around 9, like 10 minutes before, they started handing out these tickets that says pending identification for verification. This just guarantees that you're going to be seen. I know it says like does not guarantee seating, but like if you had one of these, you're pretty much in, unless like some people like cut in front of you or whatever. But like this just made sure that they knew you were here, because what you do once you get in is they do like your registration and an orientation. So you have to fill out all this paperwork and they take your picture and they get you registered in the agency so that you can go out and do jobs. So I had this ticket, and you see the chalk marks under? So they have these things where they have like squares outlined and a bunch of numbers, and you have to make sure that you're standing in a square, because if you're not standing in a square, then that means like you don't have a spot, apparently, because that's how they count how many people are in line. Okay, what else? So here's another picture of, I took a lot of pictures because I like to provide evidence in my videos. I don't like the fact that people think I'm lying in these videos, and I'm not gonna get into that right now, but this is just proof so you know that I'm there and that I'm not like just BSing you guys, you know? Okay, so here's inside of the actual agency. It's really not, it wasn't that big. It was just like a big room, and you all sat down, like they would shuffle the extras inside, and you'd sit down, and then the screens that you see over here were where you'd see all the like the files. Like they'd have all the paperwork on the screen so that you could follow along and fill it out. Also, I do want to say that they give you all the documents, so you don't have to come with literally anything. The only thing you do have to come with is like your ID, like your California ID or your passport, and like a work permit if you are a minor and stuff. I'm not really sure how it works for the minors, so scratch that. Like, don't listen to me on that because I just turned 18, so I'm not a minor anymore, so I can do shit on my own now. But yeah, so basically you just sat down and waited until they started the orientation. One thing that they did say that just like blew my mind was like, when you're an extra and you're working on a job on set, you cannot take pictures or videos of anything. Like, if you want to take a selfie because you're looking cute that day, like, you cannot, because if you post that on your social media, they talked about how they have like people working for these companies that scout all the like the Snapchats and the Instagrams and look for things to prove that you violated that rule that they had, so they could potentially like sue you for exposing information that was classified, you know? So I was like, oh damn, like, okay. And so that's how they were talking about like the cameras, and they were gonna say like, oh, like, you're not supposed to like take pictures or videos. Like, even if you see a celebrity, like if you're like, oh my gosh, it's Viola Davis, Denzel, like, you can't just go up to them and take a picture. Like, you can meet them. I don't even know if you can meet them, so, but, because I haven't actually gone to a job, because I mean, I just did this on Monday, but like, yeah, like, it's tough out here. I thought this agency, they were going to be like calling you 24/7, like, hey, we got a gig for an 18-year-old Latina high school student looking chick. But it doesn't work like that. Like, what they have you do is they give you this number, and then they make you call to see what jobs are available. So like the jobs will be giving you a description like, oh, we're looking for a man that's 5'6", you know, slim built or something. Like, and you'll listen for the jobs, and then until you find one that you want, then you like call in to that email or that number that they give you, and you sort of request to be on the job. You can either do that, or you can, which is one of the ladies told me, they were like, oh yeah, my husband just goes on their Facebook page and looks for the jobs there. I'll give you an example here, like on their Facebook page, which is called Central Casting Los Angeles. You scroll down, and then they post these jobs. Okay, so here this says it was posted 9 minutes ago. It says, union submissions must be registered with Central Casting. So even if you like the Facebook page and you try to apply for these jobs, you won't be able to unless you're registered for Central Casting. But it's like, okay, Doug is looking for union male who can ride a bike, available to work Wednesday, March 22nd. And like, if that doesn't fit you, then you're like, okay, well, update ethnic looking males and females. Ooh, I'm ethnic. Okay, it says, oh, but look, the age says like 20s to 50s. A lot of these jobs, I was looking at them and I was like, okay, like, where the 18-year-olds at, you know, or like the high school students. So it's definitely tough to find something, especially for younger people, but there's always something there, and they upload these constantly. So like, there's like 16 minutes ago, 21 minutes ago, like there's a lot going on. You take a picture when you go to the casting agency. So here's where they take it. It's really simple. It's nothing like professional or anything. Yeah, they have like the lights there, but it's really, you just wait your turn, you go, they take like a profile, like a headshot, and then they take a full body one. So make sure you're wearing a nice outfit or something at least that, you know, makes you look presentable in a way. You don't want to be, also, I wouldn't go with any logos. Like, if you have clothes that say like Old Navy or like Gap or something, I would try to avoid those. Okay, tips that I would have. Okay, the first tip is like, y'all should go. Like, you should do this. If you're looking for a job, like, this seems like a pretty legit job that's flexible, has flexible hours, and and it doesn't require a lot. Of course, it requires you to go to like wherever the hell they're having the actual like production. Like if sometimes it'll be like in Long Beach, but you live in like East LA. So, but the good thing about that is you can decide whether or not you want to go. You get me? So like that's definitely a plus. I would say get there early. I would get there before 7 if you really want to like be guaranteed a spot to go in, because people that showed up after they had filled the little squares on the ground, like they just like sent them away. So I would get there before 7. I would bring breakfast too, because like I brought McDonald's with me, and then like everyone in line was like with their stale ass coffees, and they were just kind of staring at me like, oh damn, like that girl came prepared, because I did. Like bring breakfast and bring water. And also if you have like, if you're a girl and you put makeup on, make sure you bring like powder, because you might start getting sweaty. It wasn't hot per se because it was like pretty cool and chilly in the morning, but I would bring powder just in case you start to get shiny. Like you don't want to be looking shiny in your headshot. In your ID, do not forget your ID. They also have a list of all the requirements, and I will link their website down below so you can see. But it's definitely something that I think everyone should get into. Even if you're not, interested in the entertainment industry, this is just another form of job. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. And, if you want to see more videos coming up, subscribe. You got nothing to lose. Just subscribe, and, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!